All right, come with me as we go to Bath for one day. So, we are taking currently the train from London to Bath and enjoy some of these ASMR sounds I'm going to do for y'all in the next clip. So, this was my first full day in the UK, and it was very pleasant to take the train ride to Bath and be able to see the countryside of England and almost like the burbs of London. Luckily, I'm doing this voiceover because on the third stop, the train got really full of like football fans and everyone going to Bath. I don't know. And so, yeah, we're gonna make our stop there. The train ride took about an hour and 20 minutes or so from London. So we made our way to the Romans Baths, which is this museum. So this is the entrance. So where you pick up your tickets or purchase your tickets, you will also get your little audio headset. So you can do the audio tour. Right when you go in, you have a bird's eye view of the bath. And so the flow of traffic in this museum goes the same way. They have arrows, so everyone's going the same way. Towards the end, you'll get on the lower level. So this Roman site was built in like, hold on, I want to say like 50 to 60 AD. Not the whole site, not everything you're seeing here. 60 to 70 AD. There was a sacred water spring that the Romans took from the natives of Britannia, the UK, back then, and built a temple and made it into a bath, right? So the Roman baths, like they had them all over their empire, I believe, and it was just to like, they believed these certain waters had healing powers. The actual building that you're seeing that we're all walking through was part of was not built until 1894, 1897, and so it was this museum that was built. Okay, so what you're seeing now is the Gorgon head, so from the temple pendant. So I love that they had a few things like this where they had some pieces, but they would show like what it would look like if they're all the pieces. This is a map of the Roman Empire, as you can see where we are in the red dot all the way at the upper left, but that was the whole Roman Empire. Right now we are walking over a tomb. So again, it was very crowded. We did not realize how busy it was going to be in Bath. So everywhere we went in the museum, there was a lot of people. That's why I'm doing the voiceover. There was a lot of talking. So I like that they allowed you to touch a lot of the things. So that was nice. All right. Every room, they described what kind of room it had been in the Roman Empire, in the Roman bath. I cannot remember every room. So this was still sort of like a little under construction. So they made us walk over this. Just be careful. It wasn't that dangerous, but it was a little sulfury when we went down there. It smelled like sulfur. So even though the Romans were oppressors and took away land from a lot of native people, they did have a lot of tools, and one of the tools I'm playing with here is that they realized you needed 2 ropes instead of 1 rope to pull something. They also had a video showing you how people would have built things back then with just simple tools. I was quite fascinated by this because I'm always just fascinated how people build things when we didn't have all the tools that we have now. All right, so now you're down at the bottom and you're able to sit around. You can't go into the bath. It was sort of funny that someone actually went into the bath. I'm like, bro, you're not supposed to. Okay, and so in this room, you're going to see like a hologram shortly on the walls. this was supposed to indicate like what this room would have been, and this room would have been sort of like a men's spa. So a Roman bath would have like a female spa and a men's spa, so that way you could relax and just enjoy the spa after you did your exercises. What I'm showing now, when I'm zooming in on, is you see the rust a little bit there, and that was supposed to indicate that the water level sometimes could have gone that high. All right, now I'm going to drink this water.
Good. So are you cured of all your ailments?
So after I drank the water, Nick drank the water, and then we were done with the tour. We decided then we were going to walk to Toplin's bookstore, or Toplin's Book Company. It was one of the 2 bookstores I wanted to go to. So like I mentioned, Bath was quite busy this day because it was the Jane Austen fair, and it was also, according to our hotel staff, that people were coming back to university, so there was a lot of parents getting their kids situated for university. So I'm sorry, I said Toplin, but I think it's Topping Booksellers. I love the aesthetic of this bookstore. It was very grand. It was I love that they just reuse old buildings. There's just something beautiful about it. So I'm just going to show you guys a few clips because, like I mentioned, it was quite busy, so I didn't want to be in people's way with my camera. But you'll see the downstairs, and then I'm going to go upstairs. But there was another upstairs area. There was like this other hallway where you can go up the stairs and down the stairs for different sections. So if like poetry and science fiction, not science fiction, but like cooking and travel, they had a whole other section for them. They did have a little cafe, or a sign that said they had the cafe, but I could not figure out where the cafe was. All right, everyone. So it's about 8 a.m., a little after 8. Nick and I got to our hotel room around 4:30 p.m. and we were both really tired. We took like a 2.5 hour nap. So we are now heading out to go grab something to eat, maybe some tea, and we'll come back and rest up for the next part of the trip. Nick's waiting for me by the door, so let's go. So yes, after our 3-hour nap, we decided to walk around and find something to eat. We were both a little hungry. However, for Bath, it was getting late. A lot of restaurants were closing, so we're using Google Maps right now just to take a nice little walk and then find a restaurant. Okay, so we ended up at this really cool spot. We each got like a local beer that was local to the area, but they only had like charcuterie board left. So we ate that and we were okay with it. Like their kitchen was closing. But yeah. And then we decided to walk to the other part of town. There was this dessert bar open, and we were like, let's just get some desserts. We were like the only ones there, and the lighting and the vibe was completely different, but we got some really good sundaes. All right, waking up in Bath to rain. I'm very tired, but it's okay. It sounds beautiful, but I just know walking around in it, it's not gonna be beautiful, but it looks nice. It looks very whimsical, but it's also like, great, we get to walk and drive in rain today. Awesome. There we go. Okay, so it's raining, it's a little dreary. Nick has gone to go get the car rental, so I'm actually just gonna walk around by myself for a little bit. I'm gonna go to another bookstore and then probably get some tea at the hotel we were staying at and just get some reading and writing done. because I have about 2 hours to kill, because where the car rental is at is in Bristol, which isn't far, but a little far. And so he has to take a train, then Uber to get it, and then he's gonna drive back. Oh, look. It's the last day of the Jane Austen fair, so there's some people in costume. But yeah, so it's a little cold, but we'll make the best of it. I've not had to wear winter clothes in so long because it's been 90 degrees in LA, so not bad. All right, let's go find this bookstore. All right, so I found the next bookstore I wanted to go to. It was like Mr. B's or something like that. And it was a darling bookstore. I had 2 hours to spare, so I spent a lot of time at this bookstore. I was just walking around in a circle. It's quite small, so people kept seeing me walking around a circle. Their staff was so nice. I would say out of all the bookstores I went to in the UK, they had the nicest staff. So it was lovely. Okay, my hair's a bit messy. Alright, I spent like at least 40 minutes in that bookstore, probably a little bit longer. I ended up getting a book. It's called The Wedding People. It's for a book club, my book club. So I'll be reading this for my junior league book club. Because I was trying to decide what book to read, and so then I just checked what we had to read for that book club. Because I was like, oh, this one or this one. Even though I did bring 2 books with me on this trip already. But it's fine. It's fine. So it's still, you guys can see, it's still rainy. So I'm going to head off back to our hotel, bring some tea, read a book, get some writing done, wait for Nick. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to get some reading and writing done. And then if you want to see our next stop, the video's already up when we go to Hay on Way. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.